Hey there, it's me, Reverend Alicia Leslie from Spirit of Unity Church. Tonight we are talking about a mad, mad world and making sense of a mad, mad world. Hang on a minute, I notice I'm a little bit cockeyed here. Hopefully that's better. It says innocent until proven guilty, so I'm being innocent today. Anyway, we want to make sense of this mad, mad world. I don't know about you, but my mind just gets so boggled because I'm trying to just make sense of everything. I had a great thought. You know how, remember we talked about the Gish Gallop, which uh, Donald Trump used during the debate, where he would, with Joe Biden, when he'd shoot stuff out fast, 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 fast. And that is a technique so that you're shooting things out so many at a time that the listener can't select their thoughts. And that isn't that kind of the rallies that were happening at that time. Now, you probably, if you were paying attention back then, remember you're never too broke to pay attention. If you were paying attention back then, you saw a few people walking around, especially this one guy with a great big letter Q, and that was for QAnon. QAnon is some obscure person, nobody knows who it is, that is creating these conspiracy theories. And we laughed. What a bunch of idiots who believe that. Well, except for a few years later, they were all waiting for they went to wait for uh, Bobby Kennedy to come. He was going to run with Trump, for the election. He was going to run for vice president, even though he was dead for a long time. It's kind of interesting that Robert Kennedy Jr.'s come into the picture. We're not going to talk about that tonight, except for the fact he's another conspiracy theorist. In any event, uh, so what do we do with this insanity that has grown to the point where it actually did? You know, President Biden, Vice President Harris both said that the election was not, there was no election fraud. And to me, that is the technical part of it. I do believe there was election interference through conspiracy theories and them coming out unquestioned. That's a problem with it, that unquestioned. Now, I've told you before, I'm a metaphysician. Our church is a metaphysical church. Metaphysics is a theory based on it is a philosophy based on the theory that the universe makes sense. Metaphysics is the spiritual principles working behind the things that manifest. And if we look at the growth of QAnon, it went unchecked. And some of the people that are studying the election now say that one of the biggest reasons that Kamala Harris lost the election was because we were busy doing it the old way, doing the rallies, making them great, bringing in great people, which is what is traditionally done. Whereas the Trump campaigners, they really took great advantage of TikTok and X and Truth Social and all those things. And there was such an abundance of craziness coming out. It was like the Gish Gallop on steroids. And many people believe those theories. They just take them for granted without checking. There are many, many more conspiracy theorists now. And of course, I've said it before and I'll say it again. What makes a good conspiracy theorist is someone who is undereducated. They haven't learned the skills of critical thinking. Now, what is critical thinking? I hadn't heard about it. I always did it, but I thought everybody did it. And I think that uh, if we were given the chance, we all would. Critical thinking is the ability to take ideas and concepts and thoughts and to look, to dig into them to see, well, what does that mean? What is the truth about that? Take evidence and discern truth from that. It is not hard to discern the what do you call it, the conspiracy theory of Bobby Kennedy, Robert Kennedy Sr., of Jack Kennedy's brother, um, that he was going. You can believe it's not true, but that doesn't mean it's not true. So sooner or later, this house of cards that is being built from conspiracy theories is going to fall. What do? We must stay woke. We must continue to use critical thinking. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, I invite you to go to Google and look up critical thinking. There's all kinds of articles, videos, to if you want to get better, more skilled at critical thinking. There are actually some schools are even teaching it if it's allowed to stay in. Um, my dad used to have a saying. He would say, cheating proves. What that basically meant is sooner or later, the lie's gonna disprove itself because it is a lie. We have to stay grounded and centered. We have to think clearly, practice critical thinking. Don't be afraid to speak our truth. Don't let this mind boggling thing that is surrounding us take you off your path. Okay? You know what insanity is? Doing the same thing the same way over and over, expecting a different result. Let's do something different. Let's do a little critical thinking and debunk those conspiracy theories. You have a great and blessed time, day, night, whatever we're looking at, and I will see you again soon.